Okay, this is how we make an in-cage watering system, or water, for like our grow-out quail. Okay, you can use this for regular quail too. This is full of water. Okay, all right. In the other video, I showed you how I have the watering system here. Okay. Now, for growing out, I like to put my waters lower. See, this water in the back of that cage, that's 4 inches above the floor. Okay, for smaller birds, and to use this as a grow-out pen, I like to make my own waters. Okay, and this is a lot cheaper than buying water from a place like Home Depot. I mean, not Home Depot. Oh, Tractor Supply is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, early in the morning. Okay. The problem, okay, with this water right here, okay, there's a watering system. See how high it is? Okay. Now, if you made cages like I have here, okay, you're 6 inches, this is 6 inches, and this is 7 inches. Okay. So you fill this water up. To get it in, you'd have to dump all the water out. Okay, so you can't really use that water in these cages. Okay, so you need a smaller watering system. I was looking at some on Amazon for water that would fit, smaller one that would fit in here. They're like $17. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a cheaper alternative. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these jugs. This is full of water, and we're going to attach these little cup waters to it. Okay, and then the bird just sits on this little piece right here, and as you can see, fills the cup with water, and the bird can drink. Okay. It also teaches the bird to push on that little piece. Okay, which you'll have to learn to do when they get a little bigger and they're in this pen, because like I said before, these are 4 inches above the bottom. Okay, so this is how we did it. First off, we bought some of these little cups. Okay, we got them off of Amazon. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to install one to show you how easy it is. Okay. Okay, these instructions that came with the cups. Okay. Now they're saying you need a 11/32 drill bit. This is 11/32 drill bit. Okay. But you're also going to need a smaller drill bit to make a pilot hole. Okay. So what we're going to do is okay. Well, we decide where we're going to want the cup. Okay. Now what we got here, as you can see, this is this nut came in here. Okay. This was cashew drilled nut, but it didn't make any difference. Just these are a planter's thing. Now, if you could also go and find a something with a flat surface, some kind of container. Okay. And this holds, they're saying 2 pounds. Let's see. It's 2 pounds of nuts. 1.5, 2 pounds, 1.5 ounces. So it doesn't tell you how much liquid it holds. Okay, but I would guess, judging by the size of it, better than a quarter, sure. Oh yeah, that's more than a quart. Okay. Now this is easy to get in and out the door. Okay. You can just slide it through the door. Okay. Of course you fill it with water. You put the top on. Okay. And then you can just go through the door with it. And then if you'd like, you could pull it back out and refill it, but you could actually open this up and fill it from the top of the cage if you don't have anything in the way. Or you can it's just easier to pull it out, I guess. Just trying to find another way to fill it. Okay. You decide where you want to put it. Now, there's a little rim right here. Okay. Now you don't want it too low. You wouldn't want it here. So you want to get above the rim, and you want the cup to be able to go. So I would go up from this rim right here. I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Now you could put a cup here on the front, and see how the sides are made where you hold this thing, and then the back, and you could put a cup in the back. Now I did something like that, but I'm looking at it. I would rather have the cup on one on the front and one on the side. And the reason is, you could put it in like a corner of a cage. Like it would be the back of your cage and the side. You could put it in that corner, and it wouldn't take up that much room in the cage and the water, and they could easily get to the water on either side. Okay. So if we're going to do that, instead of going right in the middle, okay, we're going to put one on this side. Let's put it a little further this way. Let's put it about here. We'll come up about, I'm guessing, 3/4 of an inch. Something like that. Okay. We'll put it about there, or an inch. I just drilled it slow. Okay, now I'm gonna put our other drill bit on. Yeah, I'm gonna drill it. Papers in my way. Okay, these things are awful thin. Okay, they work. Okay, get rid of the extra little pieces. They work, but it's a little thin. If you find it's a little too thin, like I said, you could probably go find some containers at Walmart or something with a flat surface, or you buy one of your box stores or whatever. Okay. All right. Now next, we're going to take some Teflon tape and all of the thing, and I'll show you how we'll put it in. Okay. Here's our little cup. Okay. So we could just screw it right in here. Okay. But to prevent leaks, what I like to do, take a little piece of Teflon tape, probably a couple inches. A couple inches ought to be good. Okay. Then we're going to wrap it on our threads. Okay. And the way you wrap it is like you're screwing a nut on there. Like you're screwing a nut on a bolt. That's the direction you turn it in. And then you just get it on there. Put it pretty tight. If you can get it tight. There we go. Okay. Now, all right, we got our Teflon tape on there. Then we just simply screw it into our hole. Now it has a little rubber washer there on the end of it, which is going to go against this label right here. So we're just going to tighten it on up. Like I said, if you find a little flimsy, if it starts to leak, you may want to get a. That's pretty tight. That's tight. It's pulled the washer down. Okay, you can see. All right, that's it. Then we're going to put another one right here in this corner, and that way, like I said, we can put it in the corner. Decide to put it in the corner of one of the corners. It'll save up room. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drill another hole, put another one in there, fill it with water. Okay. Let's go back to the one we just did that I filled with water probably 15-20 minutes ago. Let's go look at it and see if it's leaking. Okay, here it is. It's full of water. And I got it in this tray where you can see if there's any leaks. And there's no leaks. Okay. You see there's water in the little cup. Okay, here. This is what I'm talking about. You can put them kind of like on the ends. That way you could put this one in the corner. You could put it into a corner of your cage. Okay. I hope this helps someone. Like I said, if you find this to be a little flimsy, and if the birds are going to jump on it and everything, so the birds are going to really give it a test. And if it should happen to leak, okay, even with the Teflon tape, you could put a little silicone. The whole thing is this is just real thin, and the threads are going in there, and it's going through this real thin thing. And the birds, you know how birds are, they'll jump all over it. I would get something a little heavier with a lid, okay, so that you can easily put it, if you have the cages like mine, so you can easily put it through the door. Okay, that's how we do it here. We're putting waters in for the grow out. Okay. Now, the reason I'm doing this, my water is not hooked up. Okay. If you saw in the other video, this is going to go out into a chicken pen. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some quail in here. Okay. I'm going to get some breeders and put them in here. And as you can see, I got boards under my cage. This is where I built the cage. If you see the other videos, on top of that plywood. And I did that so that I could slide. Okay, so I can slide the tray under there. Okay, and I have a heat lamp right here, which all the red is off of there for some reason, because it's in the winter time right now, and we had a week of freezing weather, so it's starting to warm up. So I'm fixing to go get the birds. Okay, I was looking at jumbo browns, like I said before in another video, but they are large. This guy's got some here. He's a breeder, real good breeder, and they are very large, and I can't put what I want to put in here. So I might go, I just want a gentle bird. Now I was going to go with some tuxedo quail, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm looking for a gentle bird. Tuxedos can be gentle and they can be mean like any other bird, I guess. In the past I've raised Pharaoh with no problems. So I'm going to the breeder and see what he's got and talk with him. Pick him for some of his knowledge and decide on the birds I'm going to get. And as soon as I get them, I'm going to go ahead and film it. Like I said, this is going to be the grow out. And in the grow out cage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this feeder and push the feed down Well, it's actually going to be this cage right here, the middle cage I'm putting them in. But anyway, same kind of feeder. I'm gonna push it down so the bird can get to the feed. And if they have a problem, okay, if the bird has a problem, I'm simply gonna take this little short piece of 2x4 and put it up against where they can get to the feed. Okay. I could do the same thing, I guess, for the water, but I'm not hooked. The water's not hooked up. My main water's not hooked up right now, so that's why I'm going with these. Okay. So we're going to get them, and we're going to make this a grow-out pen. I'm not sure how big the birds are going to be. I'm going to put a couple of. I might put a couple of these in here. I'll show this in another video. These are rubber mats. I got that in another video. I might put a couple of mats in there for them to walk on. They're not going to be laying eggs. It's going to be grow out. I could put straw or shavings. It just makes a mess. Okay. We're going to see. We're going to get the birds. We're going to put them in here. Right now we're in the 40s, and it's going to be 40s and 50s for the next 2 weeks, and all the way up to the 70s. So we're not going to need a heat lamp. So anyway, that's where we're at right now with the quail. But I wanted to show how we made these little feeders, little waterers, I should say, that will go into our small door. Okay, how we do it here.